Okay, and we're back. With any luck, that should have fixed it. We're still at the treasure screen here. Okay, so in this game, monsters can actually they can hear you when you run around, like so. As you can see, he runs around like a tool. It's very jerky and blocky. That's not my system. That's actually how the game runs. But since they can hear your footsteps and your movement, they have this sneaking method of movement, which will use the highest stealth of any member in your party. Right now, that's going to be Alaron, because as you can tell, he's our only member. And I don't believe he actually. Oh, he does have a stealth skill, level 1 here. Um, this is your character screen here. As you can see, we have a short sword and a club. Is one actually better than the other? Damage 2, base hit 40. Base hit's basically your accuracy. Damage is your, obviously, damage. And it looks like the club is a little more accurate. Armor also does function like similar to D&D. Gives a protection rating. Um, it has a dexterity penalty depending on if it's really heavy. And for particularly heavy armors, they'll actually start penalizing your stealth as well, like chain plate and full plate and things like that. Shields are also the same way. They also have a defense rating, and I've never properly been able to figure out which one does what. I think defense is like armor class, in that the higher it is, the higher the chance the enemy misses you. And protection, I think, reduces damage, but I've never properly been able to figure that out. Here's our stats. Intelligence is casting spells and actually ranged weapons. Willpower is your chance to save enemy spells. Dexterity is your movement, actions taken in a round, dodge chances to hit. Strength is your physical hand-to-hand damage. Endurance is like these are your there's two different health stats. There's endurance and stamina. Stamina's the HP on the top of the bar that gets taken out first. When an enemy hits you, if you have any stamina left, it'll take out of that first. And then you have endurance, which is usually like your last 20, 30 hit points. Stamina powers your magic casting. You cast out of HP, which is pretty lethal because if you die forever. So you have to be careful with that. Um, and endurance doesn't actually let you cast out of. As you can see, we've got a pool of XP down at the bottom there. Still not, still finding this lagging a bit, but I'm not sure why. And then we've got some skills here. Stealth. Troubadour is rather useless. It tends to give your party buffs and the enemy party debuffs. Never found exactly what. Warrior is your helps accuracy, damage, and critical hits, and actually defense. It's your general fighter skill. Wizard lets you cast spells. Goes up. All these skills go up to 10. Hafted is throwing like spears and things. Missiles going to be bows and throwing knives. Swords are obvious. Shields are obvious. No spells. And a fairly tiny inventory. Oh, looks like it only lags in the menu. How did we recenter the camera here? I know there was a button for it. I'm going to have to fiddle with. Oh, here it is. It's R. Alright. Um, Here's some little green dudes. I believe they're called the Mirari. We'll meet a lot of them later. They talk a lot like Yoda. It also appears we know them. Yeah, Mirari. They also have a weird tendency to call Alaron Pop. not sure if that's kind of to reflect that he's a squire or what, but, yeah, for some reason it just does not like cutscenes here. There we go. And somehow they know the castle's in full alert. I can only guess they were coming from the castle town on a trading caravan or something. That's what these guys do. They trade spices. They have a little bit of magic, but they're also very unhelpful in searching for this farmer. Tailwalk is way in the south. That's where the wizard school is. We'll wind up going there eventually. And now, the Mirari tend to hint at having teleportation magic. Aramon's their home. But that's one interesting thing about the game overall, is there's a couple portals scattered around the world, but you have to activate both ends, and they give you no clue where they connect. So those are largely useless. So it's actually quicker just to walk. There is no rapid transport in this, so we'll be doing a lot of walking. And they're trading us some spice here so that when we go back to the castle, it'll hopefully calm the king down a little bit. I also get the feeling they don't really have much faith in us. Unfortunately, I think they're right. Okay, so here we are. Oh, got a bat coming up on us here. Frame rate plummeting. Hopefully monsters don't cause that. Alright, this is our first battle. Down in the right, you can see a compass here. Generally, red dots are the enemy, white dots are the active character, and any green dots are our party members, of which we have none. HPs are shown in the top. This ring of what looks like crystals here shows how far we can move. Dexterity and armor worn will affect that. And the early part of battles just involves running at each other. They put you really far away for no real reason. Giant bats are actually fairly worthless, but we will find the difficulty stepping up rapidly, especially once we start encountering hobgoblins, which are the first mage-like enemy, but they're also really strong. And we've earned some EXP. You can see down on the left we can upgrade anything after battle. There's also trainers in town that cost less EXP but will charge you money. We'll be doing a little bit of both. Didn't find any treasure here. And my goodness, it's not happy. Yeah, we're going to be seeing a lot of the battle screen, so may want to get used to that here. Stumble onto another cutscene. Still no sign of our farmer friend. Oh, spirit. Surely that won't come up again. Oh, and they've also got a journal going on here. Here you've got your map, your calendar with phases of the moon, which, heck, if I've ever figured out why that's important. Here's your journal. It's all strange spirit, nothing interesting. Any entry in purple has recently been added. Any entry in black is old. That flashing purple starburst on the map is us. But unfortunately, it gives us no idea which way we're heading. So, you've actually got to use, like, you know, the sun and a lot of survival skills. And for some reason, it's not letting me go back to the status screen.